might have seen him around his job or late night at his apartment. Give it up for Jennings. Let him hear it. Very funny man.
God bless you all for staying. Water's for everybody, on me. Thank you. So last week, I tried to take my dog to the zoo to show him just how good he has it. And the guy says I can't bring a dog into the zoo because it'll confuse the other animals. I'm thinking, oh yeah, I'm sure giving the gorillas tires instead of trees isn't confusing enough. I'm sure every day the polar bears sit around just going, God, it never used to be this hot. So I live in the valley. I didn't always. Valley. A couple of years ago, I moved to Alaska because that's what all the kids were doing. And you know, it's really weird up there. It's like an entire other culture. And I've been living up there like a couple of weeks, and my friend pulls me aside one day. He says, "Jay, the correct term for these people up here is Inuit." And I'm like, oh. Because up until then, I've been calling them dirty little ice people. But, you know, being single in Alaska sucked, because there's only 2 jobs to be had in Alaska, and trust me, neither of them impress women. I get the first job, going to a bar one night, sitting down next to this girl, say, do you not get blood out of fur? I got like 20 dolphins caught in my tuna nets today. Boy, I had to chop them up to get them out of the nets, huh? Thought they were the smart fish. So I lost that job. I get the other job though, same results. Go in and sit down next to this girl. Man, my shoulders are killing me. I must have clubbed 30 baby seals today. Boy, I still got the screaming in my ears. They sound like children, you know? So I moved back to LA, and I got some roommates, and one of them, I'm pretty sure, is a vampire. Check this out. He never goes to church. He sleeps all day because he works at night. All right. And the other day, he completely freaked out when I tried to drive a stake through his heart. What a weirdo. So, like many of the other comics, I'm a waiter too. But recently, to try to make some extra money, I joined one of those escort services. You know, because it's platonic and they pay for everything and stuff like that, right? And I do have to tell you folks, it actually turned out to be a pretty good way to meet other men. But I did learn a lot about myself on the job, like for instance, I had no idea how much I should charge a guy to suck his dick, but apparently $17. So as you probably guessed by now, I'm single. Let me tell you something, folks. I'm single by choice. Women choose to not date me. See, the problem is I don't understand women at all, because all women like compliments, right, ladies? Yeah. Oh, really? So last week, I'm out at dinner. We're having a good time. So finally, I lean in and I say, you know, you remind me so much of my mother. You know, and she looks at me like, your mother? You know, like this isn't good enough for her? So I say, oh, I mean my hot, sexy mother. But I'm from Seattle. That's where my parents live. Anybody have parents? They're pretty cool people. They weren't always. My dad is an ex-Marine, and growing up, he was pretty tough on me, but he was stationed overseas a lot, and we lived in the U.S., and I only got to go visit him once, and you know, I never figured out how he got stationed at a Saigon whorehouse, but you know, like Dad used to say, that's the government for you, so. But Seattle was in the news lately. A little while back, I guess, we had the World Trade Organization in town, or the WTO, if you will, and we did some protesting and some riots and stuff, but am I the only one here that when I heard of the WTO, I immediately thought of wrestling? You know, I figured I'd go home and there'd be like a commercial on TV or TBS, and I'd be like, good evening, everyone. This is me and Gene Okerlund coming to you live from the Emerald City, home of tonight's WTO SmackDown, the battle for Seattle. We have a slate of great grudge matches coming up to you, starting with Brazil versus the United States. Here's what Brazil had to say earlier today. United States, you may have favored nation status, but I'm here to tell you your draconian anti-dumping laws don't scare me. My exported steel will find its way to your shores, just as my neo-patented Rio... forget that, fuck. week I took my dog to the zoo. Coming up in a later slate of great matches, we have old versus new as Cold War casualty. The former Soviet Union takes on current-day communism in the form of the People's Republic of China. Here's what the Soviet Union said earlier today. Gene, when communism fell, I was at an all-time low. Then I looked up, and I heard all my Balkan maniacs, and they told me to turn the Great Wall of China into the Great Mall of Free Trade. It's going to be pandemonium with the WTO SmackDown. Coming up next. But, you know, hey, thanks again. While on the topic of communism, when I was a kid, the Cold War was like raging, and I was deathly afraid of nuclear war because pretty scary. But the Cold War ended, and you know, I got older, and then but recently with the Y2K problems, people were afraid that there might be a computer mix-up or like missiles go off, and there'd be a nuclear war again. But this time I had a different worry. How would a nuclear holocaust affect my career? So, I was forced to come up with some special post-apocalyptic material, which I'd like to share with you all right now. So, if you all bear with me, let's just imagine whether you're at the basement of Luna Park after a nuclear war. Hey, alright, hey, great, hey, thank you so much, it's great to be here. Hey, anybody remember cars? You know, we used to drive around them and go places. What was up with that? Hey, thank you, you're beautiful. Hey, anybody remember lettuce? You know, all green and leafy and put it on a sandwich? What was up with that? Thank you, I'll be here all week. But, you know, a lot of people thought that Jesus was coming in 2000. Did he? I don't have cable. But, you know, I was thinking, you know, we're so lucky that we just have God and that's it. Because think of the ancient Greeks. They had all these gods that just affected everyday life, and everything was affected by the gods, you know? You'd hear people, they'd be like, yeah, man, I was going to go to Crete this weekend, but destroyed by the Kraken. Fucking Poseidon. You know, and then I was thinking, wouldn't it be great if we had mythology today, you know, to explain most of our modern day problems? You know, you'd be listening to the radio, and the guy would say, well, traffic is tied up at the 40511 interchange today as a four-headed leopard was killing all the drivers who couldn't answer its riddle. You know what's fucked up about Hitler? I mean, besides the obvious stuff. Hitler single-handedly ruined a name. Think about that. Do you know any Adolfs? Like, for instance, like, sir, what's your name?
Billy.
Billy? Billy, can you imagine doing something so bad that from now on people walk in the room like, hey, how's it going? My name's Billy. Everybody else is like, oh, Billy, eh? Whoa, hey, sucks to be you, huh? Hey, Billy's here. Hide the Mexicans. Well, that's my time, folks. Yeah. Thank you very much.